Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Explode Your Expert Business Show. This is the show for coaches, speakers, trainers, consultants who want to grow their businesses while making an impact in the world. My name is Simone Vincenzi, and I'm your host. And today we have an incredible episode with a special guest where we're going to be talking about the power of affiliate marketing. And in particular, we're going to cover topics like how to generate affiliates for your launches, as well as maybe also exploring how to be a great affiliate for others. So if you want to have more successful launches or to have more clients in general, then this episode is going to be great for you. So make sure you stay until the end. But before we introduce our guest today, I want to remind you about our publicity database. You know that if you want to stand out in your field, then and get more clients, then one of the best ways is actually getting on other people's podcasts, blogs, being featured on major publications, but creating a database which collects all this information of people that you can approach to be featured on, that takes a lot of time. And I know very few people in the world actually who loves to create databases. So we did all the hard work for you. We have created our Publicity Bundle, which is a database with more than 700 blogs, publications, podcasts, all divided by categories that you can download and then you can approach straight away. We give you all the templates on how to reach out to them, a Trello board to follow up with them. Everything is in that Publicity Bundle. So scroll down, check the link below, and make sure you get it. Now, it is time to introduce our guest today. Matt has been fortunate enough to spend the past decade and more, that's what he says, it makes him quite old actually, working with some of the most amazing people. He has worked with companies and entrepreneurs like Ray Edwards, Brian Tracy, Lewis Howes, Shutterfly, Peter Vogdy, Jeff Goins, and much more. He helps align business owners and brands, small and large, to leverage the power of partners to grow their businesses. He teaches you how to make money as an affiliate and how to work better with affiliates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Matt McWilliams. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Simone. Good to be here.
All right, we made it. We finally made it. I'm really excited to get into this interview because I think we got connected because of being part of very similar circles.
Yeah. And I know we scheduled it and then something came up on your end and then something came up on my end. And I think then I got sick. And so, yeah, it was like, wow. I think we've had like 4 reschedules. So here we are. It's this is good, man.
And the pandemic in between. So there's been, there's been a lot going on. So for everyone who is listening, this is an episode that was really worth waiting for, and I can't wait to start asking Matt a few questions. So we're going to be talking about affiliate marketing. How did you get into affiliate marketing first? Like, what was your very beginning?
Yeah, I did not grow up thinking, when I grow up, I want to be an affiliate manager to, some of the amazing people.
It's not this kind of things you go to schools and you see.
Yeah, it's not, and over here in the States, we have what are called
an astronaut, an affiliate manager.
Yeah. I grew up always thinking I'd play golf, that's what I did. And, if we have guidance counselors over here, so for the American based listeners, what a guidance counselor is. It's somebody who can, kind of directs you when you're in high school. And if they knew that this job even existed, this is what they would tell me to do. But it started back in 2005, Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day is a big holiday over here. And it's a 3-day weekend for us. And, in the US, that means like, we're going to go to cookouts. We're going to eat hot dogs and burgers. We're going to get sunburnt. We're going to just, relax, kind of disconnect. But the Friday before, we had a meeting, the executive team of a company that I'd started, and we basically we're broke. We weren't going to be able to make payroll. We just paid payroll that day. We didn't have enough money to make the next payroll. Wow. And we were coming up with all these like really insane ideas. Like we're whiteboarding, like we can find $50 here. And it's like looking for loose change in your couch when you need to buy a new car. Yep. It's not going to add up. And I was like, well, what about these people called affiliates? And they're like, what are, I'm like, they're like people who do the marketing for you, but you don't pay them until after the sale is made. And I'm like, we're like, well, that's a great idea. We got like all excited about how are we going to find, like, we're going to find affiliates. We're going to go out and build an affiliate program. And then the CEO Hunter looks at me and goes, but how do you find affiliates? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I go to the internet. This is 2005. There's like one blog post and a forum article about how to run an affiliate program. There's nothing. There was no Matt McWilliams. Like I just released episode 450 of my podcast, right? Yeah. I've produced, I think, over 200 videos. We have multiple courses and Facebook Lives. I mean, when it's all said and done, we probably have 800 to 900 pieces of content about how to run an affiliate program, right? How to be an affiliate. There was none of that back then. Yeah. So I just kind of made it up. I spent that entire weekend, my 3-day weekend that's supposed to be out in the sun, eating hot dogs. I spent the entire weekend in the office trying to figure out how to run an affiliate program and kind of making it up and searching for affiliates. And I made a ton of mistakes, Simone. I mean, just absolutely screwed everything up, but I learned a lot along the way. And fast forward, about a month later, we had just enough. We had made just enough. We made a couple $1,000s from our affiliate program, just enough to cover payroll, plus, our other revenue. Yeah. And then the next month we made like a little bit more. And third month, we did over $20,000 from our affiliate program. 18th month, we did over $1 million. But it came from that 3-day weekend, just being completely clueless. And again, if you look at like the trajectory of what I did over those first few years, it was a lot of trial and error. About 2011, I finally started getting recognized. Like people were like, wow, he's actually really good at what he does. I won all the affiliate manager awards and affiliate manager of the year at Affiliate Summit and all the, affiliate forums and all that. And people were like, dude, you need to teach this stuff. Like nobody is teaching this. And the few who are teaching it maybe only for retail, or they're teaching it only in this niche or that niche. They're not teaching it across the board. They're not teaching people how to get started. They're only teaching experienced affiliate managers how to be better affiliate managers. Mm-hmm. They're not teaching an entrepreneur how to start an affiliate program on their own in an hour a day, 2 hours a day. So like, you got to start teaching this stuff. Like you have a system, because here's the fun little fact. I don't personally run any of our affiliate programs. I train my team how to do it. And so I'm really good at training.
You can get the support, because that's one of the things that I was going and I remember my first round of affiliates. I heard about affiliate marketing, mm-hmm. So I wanted to get into it. And there's just so much stuff. There's just like so many moving pieces of the puzzle that it very quickly, one, because of inexperience, two, because I didn't have a clue about what I did, three, because I was on my own, it became one of these things that I wrote off. It was like, there is just too much. And before we go into solving this, because I know we're going to discuss some ideas about running great affiliate programs and things also that can make it easier for someone that might not have a big team to get mm-hmm. started. But I'm curious, you said in 2005, that's when you ran your first one, right?
Yeah.
How the heck was the tracking, and what did you put in place to track what affiliate to pay? Because right now, for everyone who's a bit familiar with affiliates, you have some tracking softwares right now, and a couple of clicks, click, everyone has their links. It gives you where they go. It's pretty easy to track where traffic is coming from and sales. How was that back in 2005?
So the first thing I did, and I'll show you how we did it in the interim. But the first thing I did that Saturday was I reached out to our developer. He was in Moldova. I'm sure where Moldova is in Eastern Europe there. Eduardo, and I reached out to Eduardo and I said, here's what we need. And I didn't really understand, like all the intricacies. I remember when on my admin side of the affiliate portal, when we first created it, there were 2 links: manage affiliates, which is where I could go through and look at the list of affiliates, and affiliate sales. That was it. Mm-hmm. By the time I left there in 2008, the first time, we had like 25 links in that affiliate portal. It was like, click here for this and this report and how to do this. There's all these crazy things that we had done. But initially I just needed it to work. I just needed it to, like, when affiliate A sent a person to our website, I needed it to set a cookie on their browser. And if there was a transaction, it gave them money. That was all I needed to do. So I told him, I was like, I need you to build this. You have 2 weeks to build this.
That's all right.
I was like, can you get it done? He was like, I can definitely. He's like, I can have that done in a week. So for that first week though, we only had a few affiliates. And so what I did was I actually went in and took our page, our main page, and cloned it. We had Eduardo set it up. It took him about 3 hours, set it up so that if we cloned that page and put a parameter at the end of it, which was effectively their affiliate ID, it wouldn't pay them. It wouldn't even like, I'd have to go into like a back end report and figure it all out. And they had to kind of trust me, but they, thankfully most of them did. So it's like I tell people today, you go out and get one affiliate. Here's what you do. Let's say it's for a webinar. You go set up a specific list in MailChimp or ConvertKit or whatever. You don't even need tracking. You want to do it for free and make a little money without having to spend anything. You set up a specific list in, let's say, use ConvertKit. You go set that up in ConvertKit. Everybody who registers for that webinar goes into that list. When you make sales, you copy their email address, you look it up in that list in ConvertKit. If it matches, boom, they get credit. Or if they're the only person promoting, well, that everybody on that webinar came from them. That's all 10 of those sales that I'd rather err on the side of giving an affiliate credit than trying to keep the money anyway. So here's the thing. You can do this for free and don't let that be a barrier. But yeah, we actually created a system. This is back in 2005, he coded that in about a week. A week later, we had an affiliate tracking system. I think we probably paid him, $400 or $500 for the work. It wasn't a ton of work. But we didn't let that technology hold us back from, or lack of technology hold us back from starting one. It's not an excuse.
That's what a lot of people do. They just say, I don't have this.
Yep. They let the tech hold them back. And
I cannot, or I don't want to spend, $200 a month or $500 a month.
So go do the free way. Go do the way I just said. Do one webinar, make a few $1,000s, and it'll pay for any affiliate tracking out there. The thing is, we say, well, I can't afford the affiliate tracking, so I can't do it. No, the suggestion I just made by, setting up a list and that's not scalable. You can't have 100 affiliates doing it that way. It's not scalable, but you can do one that way. You can even do like 3 or 4. You can have like up to about 4.
You can get started, and then maybe
you can get started and make the money,
use that money and invest in an affiliate program. So we already started getting into the juice of the conversation here. And I would love to know, at the beginning, what are some of the most common mistakes that people that want to run an affiliate program, they do, that every time you hear them or you see those one, you just want to send them the facepalm emoji? It's like, what are those for you?
I did a whole podcast series, Simone, on the top 20 mistakes that I made.
Give me the top 3.
I mean, it's like minutes here, so many. I think, so you said that want to start an affiliate program, because I think the number one mistake that business owners make is not having an affiliate program. All right. Like they think, I don't need an affiliate program. And if I could, I'll spend like a moment and just say, yes, you do. You need to diversify your income streams. You cannot rely on Facebook ads or SEO, because Google's going to make it. I don't care how good you are at SEO. Google's going to make an update at some point and completely screw you over. It's going to happen. I was good at SEO for 7 years. I think the update was Panda. Might've been Penguin. One of the updates they made back in like the early 2000s.
One of the animals.
I completely fell off of Google for 2 years. Yeah. Boom. Came back. I was up there for like 5 years, fell off again. You cannot rely on Google. You cannot rely on Facebook. I know too many people who've had their accounts shut down. So you need an affiliate program. And that's I could pitch you on that for an hour. I'm not going to though. The second big mistake that I think the people make is they think that they have to do a lot of reciprocals to get affiliates. So they go, oh, if I'm going to get, 10 people in my niche to promote me, which that's another mistake I'll talk about in a second, then I've got to go do a bunch of reciprocals. It's not true if you follow what I teach, and I'll talk about that in a moment. The third mistake is, well, I got to go get people who are just like me. I was talking with a lady. In fact, I'm going to look her up. I'm going to share her name with everybody, because I honestly don't remember her name. Rhonda. What is Rhonda's last name? I don't know. But I was talking with this lady the other day, I'm going to find out later what her last name is. She's going to be mad at me too, because I'm talking to her tomorrow. But if she listens to this, I was talking to Rhonda. She's in the basically the female empowerment, like entrepreneur, build wealth as a woman niche. And she's like, I got to go get other people who are in the build wealth as women entrepreneurs. And like, there's no way for me to get the dudes to market me. And I was like, no, you got it backwards. If you think about this, if I go to someone, if I'm, let's say I'm a female and I want to be empowered and learn how to start a business and build wealth. And I go to Susie, and Susie is my go-to gal. She's my muse. She's the one who's like, yeah, women entrepreneurs rock. And I'm going to, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, hey, go to Rhonda. She does the same thing I do. Why would I go to her? Susie, you're my girl. You're my girl. Why am I going to Rhonda? But if you get a dude, and this applies in any niche, okay? Any niche, it's not about men and women. You go to a dude and the dude's like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to build a funnel. But you're a female and you need to be empowered and learn how to build wealth and start a business as a woman. Rhonda's the woman. And I'm like, no, you go get the men. And yes, you can get some women who aren't in the women entrepreneurs are the best, thing. The same is true. We think, oh, I teach goal setting. I got to go get other people in goal setting. No, you need to go get people in like other parts of productivity, people who teach entrepreneurship, people who teach finance, investing, people who teach time management, people who teach leadership, and get them to promote your goal setting course. So that's probably the
doing. So, but what I'm hearing you saying is that if you find someone who does the same thing in what you do, then that's not going to work, because he's a competitor. Exactly. It's like, why they should send people to you when they can get people for themselves? Like, there is no adding value. But if you find someone else who sells something different, have the same audience, then it becomes a great partner. So you're not looking for someone similar to you, but you're looking for someone different.
Different enough. Rhonda in the female empowerment niche is not going to go out and work with an affiliate whose audience is 100% men. She's not going to go out and work with Garrett J. White. That would make absolutely no sense. The warrior. All right. For those of you who know, his audience is 99.9% male. The 0.1 is the wives of some of his men, right? Like, that would make no sense. And she's not going to go out and find somebody who's, teaches people how to, lose weight. Like, there's not enough of a connection. But you want to find those people who we call it the affiliate donut. Okay. So you imagine as an entrepreneur, and I have one more mistake I have to share with you because it's super important. And I'm going to share some stuff that's going to blow your mind. So think about this donut, right? You get this big donut, right? All the glaze and the sprinkles on the outside, and in the middle, you have the hole. The whole is what you are the best in the world at. It's your core offering. All right. So for me, for example, it's teaching people how to start an affiliate program. Yep. That's my hole in the affiliate donut. What about running a membership? Well, I don't teach how to run a membership. I can teach you how to run an affiliate program for a membership site, but how do you run a membership? Do I know some stuff? Sure. You know who I learned it from? Stu McLaren. So I'm going to refer you to Stu McLaren as how do you do a product launch? Do I know some stuff about product launches? Sure. I've run 56 of them in the past 10 years. I know a few things, right? But you know who I'm going to refer you to? Jeff Walker. What about how to do quizzes? Ryan Levesque. What about how to set up WordPress? I'm going to send you to my friend John Meese. What about productivity? I'm going to send you to Robbie Miles. Like the list goes on and on in that donut. So they're the donut.
You're referring them specifically for what they want, for what
they're known for, what they're the best in the world at.
And that's also the difference, which I'm here, like, for everyone who's listening or watching right now, really think about the power of niching down and the power of getting known for your thing, for that one thing that you can do. That's also because not only for you, for your audience, but it's also for your partners. Because if your potential affiliates, they don't understand what you do, then they will not be able to recommend you or think about, oh, I need someone that can, I want to partner up with someone that can add this piece to my business, for example, and so on. Who can I partner up with? So that's a great point. Great point.
Yeah. And that the other big mistake, and this is, I've been talking about this since 2015. So I've been talking about this for 6 years. I felt like a voice in the wilderness for about 4 years. I'm saying this. All right. And this myth says, so it kind of goes back to the one about the reciprocals, right? We think we have to do all of these reciprocal, promotions. And the only way I'm going to get somebody to promote me is if I promote them. In other words, it's like, it's only for the cool kids with the right connections, right? You have to know the right people. And then this myth is that most of my sales are going to come from my top affiliates. Most of my sales are going to come from like my top 3 or 4 affiliates. It's not worth working with the small affiliates. In fact, I won't mention the guy's name, but he's a client now. And this is a guy that everybody, I guarantee you 99 out of 100 of your listeners have heard of this man. He's a legend in the internet marketing industry. And he said on stage about 4 years ago, 90% of your sales will come from your top 3 to 5 affiliates. And I looked over at my wife and one of our team members, and I was like, that's just not true. If you look at the programs
I'm not going to say anything because you are on stage, but I'm just going to die inside.
Our programs that we run, our top 3 to 5 affiliates only account for 10 to 15% of the sales. We run very diversified programs. That guy's a client today. And he came to us because he saw how the industry has evolved. It was evolving back when I started talking about it in 2015, but he finally saw that you have to have these smaller affiliates. You have to build an army of affiliates. And so I was actually talking with him last week. I was like, where are you with, him and his team? Like, where are you with number of affiliates? And their launch that they ran last year, their big affiliate launch, one of the biggest in the industry, had 52 affiliates. Already for this launch, they have more than 1,100 affiliates committed.
Oh, wow.
And what they're finding now, it won't happen for a few more months.
Yeah.
Depending upon when this goes live, it might be next week. It might be 7 weeks from now. But based on that, when he's looking at like the 52 and how a few of those people were surprises last year, they were like, they only added them because they were good customers. And then one of their top 5 affiliates ended up being somebody in a completely obscure niche, but was a lifelong fan and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, this could be, we could 5 to 7x our results from last year by having, this many affiliates. And so like, it's about the myth is basically saying, or really a lie, we don't want to work with small affiliates. They're not worth the time. And so what I've taught and what I kind of finally got through to him was, maybe on the first launch, if you're doing launches, maybe for the first few months, that small affiliate's not worth the effort. But then they make their first sale. Then they make their 5th sale and their 25th sale. And they will always remember you. They're very loyal because maybe they get a big break. Maybe they grow their list from 2,000 people to 50,000 people like that. Maybe they get on Oprah or something, right? And they have this big explosion in their list. And they will remember that you're the one that gave them a chance. They remember who they made their first affiliate commission with. They remember who treated them well when they were a nobody, and they are loyal, and they will promote you every year. Every time you ever launch a new product or open, they will promote it. They will promote it. They will promote it. And so you build this army of incredibly loyal affiliates. And it's how, we've had clients that went from, $500,000 launches to a $2.5 million launch, to a $7 million launch. So we actually had one that, 4 years ago, they did a $1.2 million launch. Still pretty amazing. Don't get me wrong.
It's all right.
But that was on the back basically of 4 big affiliates and like 3 medium-sized ones. That was it. They had 10 people promote, 3 of whom basically did nothing. Yeah. Fast forward. So 4 launches later, they did over $20 million. They didn't add more than like 2 big affiliates. It was mostly on
the smaller ones.
Hundreds and hundreds of affiliates doing
I'm curious,
25,000.
What makes like we already talked about, the loyalty that they have, but what else makes the smaller affiliate even better than the bigger ones?
I mean, number one, they go all out. A big affiliate might send 5, 6, 7 emails. Yeah. Unless they're in the running to win it, if they're going to be the top affiliate, they'll get more aggressive. But if they're just kind of like half in it, they're not going to do a whole lot. The smaller affiliates will do everything you tell them to do. We will give them a plan that has 16 emails and 14 social media posts. They will do every single thing. Like I've interviewed them, right? We're actually building a course for the affiliates of one of our clients because he's going to have about 3,000 affiliates on his next launch next year. And This past year, he had 1,400. We'll have it about, between 2,500 and 3,000. So we wanted to create a course where we interviewed some of the, not just the top affiliates, but we wanted to interview one of his affiliates. She'd never done an affiliate promotion before. And she did over $50,000 in sales this year. We want to know, how was that? We had another one that had never done an affiliate promotion before, did over 100,000. We wanted to know, okay, this affiliate went from 9 sales the year before to be in the top affiliate this year with $500,000 in sales. How do you go from 18,000 to $500,000? So, we want to know those things. So we're doing this course, and the pattern that I'm seeing over and over again, and this sounds kind of self-serving. I understand that when I say this. Okay, what'd you do? What was your strategy? And they say, Matt, I just did what you told me to do.
Yeah.
One of them even said, I did what you told me to do. I sent 10 emails on cart close day. And I went, no, Michelle, I never said send 10 emails on cart close day. I said, I once did that, and here's how it worked. It actually went really well. I only said to send 5. She goes, oh, I thought you said to do 10. Well, I guess I'll just keep doing 10, and I'm like, they're sponges. They're doing this. They also, typically they have a personal connection to the product. They have a story. And maybe they only have 2,000 people on their list, but you know what they'll do? They'll tell their story, and it's very inspiring. The other thing they'll do is they'll do what we call hand-to-hand combat. They will DM, they will sit there I was talking with one of these affiliates for that course. I talked to her last week, and she said on cart close day for 4 consecutive hours, she literally sat there DMing with people on Instagram.
Yeah.
Over 800 people, she was DMing with them. She sold like 35 courses in 4 hours. Now you think, wow, as an affiliate, is that worth it? Well, it's an $800 commission. I'm going to do some quick math. 35 times 800. I'm going to round here and say that's $30,000. It's probably pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
If you can make $30,000 in 4 hours, day in and day out, I personally don't. I make a lot of money doing what I do. I don't make $7,500 per hour. I do not make.
No.
I might make $7,500 for a speech, a 1 hour speech. But you got to keep in mind, you make $10,000 for a 1 hour speech. Usually I put in at least 10 hours of practice into that. So that's $1,000 an hour. If I can sit there at my computer for 4 hours DMing with people and make $30,000, that's a pretty good living. They will do that. They will DM with people. They will get on the phone with people. They will close. And then you look up and you're like, that person with a list of 2,000 people made 38 sales. As a percentage, think about it. If they had 100,000 people, that would have meant they would made, 2,000, almost 2,000 sales. That's insane. For somebody to do 2,000 sales of a $2,000 product, that's almost $4 million in revenue. But here's the thing. Next year, they'll have a list of 4,000 and they'll do the same things. And then the next year they'll have a list of 7,000 and they'll do the same things. And they're going to grow because they are small and they realize they're small and scrappy and they act like it.
And they want, and I agree with you. Like I'm thinking, even some of the people that are promoting us, I got a lot of great results with clients that they invited, and even if you're talking about like the smaller one, even not like 20, 30 sales, like one sale.
Yeah.
But you have one person doing one sale, another 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 person doing one sales. It all adds up. And because also people that are on the list of some bigger influencers or some big names, they have promotions after promotions after promotions after promotions. While there is this person never promoted a thing in their life outside maybe their own products or services.
Yep. And
now their audience is very receptive to things that they are recommending because also their audience is closer to them. They're not far removed as like, I am the follower, you are the influencers, but you're my connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different mindset. So I'm thinking now, if we were to go in terms of running an affiliate program, what else do I need to be aware to run a good affiliate program?
The biggest thing, we talk about our 3 C's. Okay. So our 3 C's, these are kind of the pillars of an affiliate program. Communication. All right. When I've been talking a lot about launches, but this applies to evergreen programs. It applies to promos. If you've got like seasonal promos or stuff like that, the biggest mistake that people make between launches, for example, let's say you do a once a year launch, is yeah, for like a month, I'm all like, yeah, our affiliate program, boom, boom, we got all this. And then I go dark for like 9 months. And then I like 2 months before the launch, I'm like, hey, the launch is coming up. No. You got to have consistent, communication throughout the year. So communication is big, that's a whole hour. I mean, when we do these weekend workshops, right? That's like literally a whole like 3-hour block, when I talk about communication. But the big thing is just give them communication that's not just like send this email, right? In the months leading up to a launch, for example, communicate with them and share testimonials with them. Connect more to the heart than, just to the financial side. So share the impact that their promotion is making. Share things like behind the scenes access. So a great example of that is I just had that client I was talking about earlier. I said, hey, you're going to be on set next week. He's going into the studio to re-record part of the course. I said, here's what I want you to do. For 2 minutes, just grab your selfie stick in your phone. And I want you on set to be like, hey, I'm on set here. I'm recording some new lessons for the new course. Here's what the new lessons are all about. And I just wanted you to know about that. Hey, remember the launch is coming up on this date, yada, 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 right? And we've got some cool, stuff and all, blah, blah, and just like 2 minutes. And it makes them feel like they're a part of the program. They're a part of something. They're not just like cogs in the machine. They're literally involved. Things like just, posting reminders in the Facebook group for your affiliates. By the way, have a Facebook group for your affiliates. Eventually, I won't say Facebook group. I'll say something else, but for now it's Facebook
As a group at the moment, Facebook is the one where people
like
out.
Posting a thing and just reminding them we're 1 month away, asking them if they know anybody who'd make a good partner, who make a good affiliate. Those are some things. I've got a whole list of things that we walk our clients through, but that's, to get people started. The second C is contests. Okay. Contest doesn't necessarily mean top 10 affiliates get X. A contest could be if you make 5 sales, you get this, 10 sales, you get this, 25 sales, you get this. A contest could be the person who sends the most sales in the next week gets this prize. It could be something that's personal to them. One of the things that we do, this is like a little ninja trick. If you have an evergreen program, go find a list of your affiliates who are down in sales year over year through, we're recording this in the middle of September. All right. So I'm going to go look, something we do every quarter. I go look at who's down in sales from June 1st through September 14th, 2021 versus 2020. Then what I do is I look at their Q4 sales from last year. So let's say that, Simone, let's say I'm looking at your sales, and last year from June 1st or July 1st, through September 14th, you're down. Let's say last year you did $10,000. This year you did $5,000. So you're down 50%.
Yeah.
Last year in Q4, no, hopefully if you need to rewind this to track with me here, go ahead. But last year in Q4, you did $14,000 in sales. I'm going to send you an email that says, hey, Simone, we're coming up on Q4 and I want to challenge you to do something. Last year, you did $14,317 in sales in the fourth quarter. Here's my challenge to you. If you beat that by even 1 cent this year, I'm going to give you $1,000 bonus. Now, here's the thing. You got to look, you're 50% down year over year right now. You're tracking low. All I'm saying to do is for you to match what you did last year. And you go, so I'm paying $1,000.
And you don't mention, hey, like,
no, I don't mention that they're down. Why would I say
that?
that?
Hey, May, you're down. What's up? It's like,
no, that's the mistake. Is people go, your sales are down. Why are they down? Because I've been busy, dude. Get off my back.
I got a business to run. I got other stuff.
I've got other stuff
I've
going
not
on.
been promoting you. I promoted other people.
They're not lazy. They're busy. And so here's the thing. They look at that and I go, here, I didn't pay $8,000 for them to break even, or $1,000. Sorry. I paid $1,000 for them to go up by $9,000. Now you may not be able to pay $1,000 for that. It depends on your margins, right? But in digital course world for coaches and, consultants and expert people like, your audience, $1,000 is just, it's, and here's the thing. This is the thing with contests. There's only 3 possible results. Number one, because let me back up. When I pay like $1,000 for 20 sales on a $200 product, it's like, well, that's, $50 a sale. That's a lot. Here's the thing. When I give somebody a goal, $4,317, whatever I said, they either are going to blow through that because
Mhm.
they're going to make sure they hit it, and they're going to hit $18,000, or they'll make 12,500, and I don't pay them anything in that case.
Yeah.
But that was an additional $7,500 in sales that we got for free other than the commission. So number one, communication. Number two, contest. The third one is coaching. Very few affiliate programs, probably less than 2% of them, coach their affiliates on what to do. I mentioned the affiliate who said, I'm like, how did you make 53 sales when you've never done? I did what you said. How did you go from 9 to 108, to $500,000? I did what you said. How did you triple your sale? I did what you said. Why? Because I coached them. I coached them. I mean, in that particular launch, Simone, I did 3 formal trainings, and then I did a weekly coaching call where I taught them an aspect of how to do the promotion, like how to create a bonus package, how to, how to message things, how to use your story, how to warm up your audience, how to close sales. Like, I was coaching them. And that's the big thing, is like just actually teaching your affiliates, teach them what's working. I mentioned the course that we're putting together. All that course is about 10, 30-minute interviews where I ask the affiliate and I say, okay, what worked for you? And then they talk about, well, okay, what didn't work for you? Okay, here's what didn't. What would you do differently? Okay, what are you keeping this time? If you could give one word of advice, what would it be? Okay, great. You just gave a course on how you promoted it. They go watch those 10 interviews. They have the playbook for how to succeed promoting this course. That's coaching. Teach them what's working for other affiliates. So you're on the phone with an affiliate. Now, make sure you get permission if it's, something. And I've never had an affiliate say no. Not one time have I ever had an affiliate say no. But they're like, yeah, I'm doing this, this, and this. And I'm like, hey, do you mind if I share that? And they're like, sure. And then I'm like, hey, tell you what, can we jump on Zoom for 5 minutes and just record a video where you share what's working? Yeah, sure. Let's do. We jump over on Zoom, blah, blah, blah. They share it. I go post it in the partners group, and that makes us an extra $500,000, So communication, contest, and coaching. I mean, those are really the 3 pillars to successful affiliate programs.
Ladies and gentlemen, communication, contest, and coaching. And it is like, if we didn't get the message, if you didn't get a message so far, you must have an affiliate program. That's a big thing for everyone. And start thinking about, okay, what can I give to my affiliates? How can I attract more affiliates? Where can I find those affiliates? These are all things that, if you keep consistently thinking about it, you will get more affiliates. You will create a great affiliate program, and then use the 3 C's that Matt just shared. So Matt, before we wrap up, if people now, they're really intrigued and they say, you know what, I got this. I got to create an affiliate program, but man, it is a lot. And I would love to have a few resources. What would be the best starting point to get in touch?
The best starting point, like, I want you to go get your first handful of affiliates, right? I want you to know where to start and how to start. So if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/first100, so FIRST100, just spell my name, Matt McWilliams, like Matt, MATT, MC Williams. Like, if I was a rapper, that'd be my name. .com/first100. Download the report. I've got 15 places in there where you can find affiliates. Not all of them are relevant to every industry, but most of them are. I've got templates in there of sample emails that you can use to reach out. I've got, sample responses and things like that in there. So it's a great report. We've had literally thousands and thousands, probably over 10,000 people download that report now. And dozens of them have reported back to us saying, like, I use this, like, it works. I found affiliates. And, like, I had one actually ended up on a phone call with her because of some different circumstances and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, she basically used one of the email templates in there. And I was like, oh my gosh, because she was sharing her results on a Facebook Live. She left a comment and I was like, I need to talk to her. So I said, like, how did you do this? And she's like, I just used the template you gave me. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, well, did you tweak it? And she's like, well, no, I didn't know how to tweak it. So I even tell you to tweak the template, and she didn't. She just used it exactly. So it's all in there, totally free. Just go grab that, and that'll get you on the right path to start finding affiliates.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's mattmcwilliams.com/first100. That's where you get the resources. Now, before we officially wrap up, 2 reminders. One, if you haven't subscribed to the show, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss any other episode. And secondly, if you enjoyed what Matt shared today, we invite you to leave us a review. on the show. And the reviews are the lifeblood of every podcast. So if you enjoy the show and you said, actually, I want to give back to Simone, I want to give back to Matt, then make sure you download what Matt said told you to download, and also leave us a review as well on the show. Now, to wrap up, Matt, if you were to leave a final message to everyone who's been listening to the show or has been watching, what would your final message be?
Yeah, everyone needs an affiliate program. It is absolutely the best way to grow your sales. And the best way to start, build, and grow an affiliate program is, well, to go back and listen to this episode again. But it's really to model others and see what's working. And the great thing about that is it takes the pressure off, because you can actually copy what's working for other people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt McWilliams on the Explode Your Expert Business Show. Until next time, remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.